4, 3, 2, 1. Hey guys, welcome to the Up and Adams show. Here with our guest,
Kay Adams.
Tua Tagovailoa, me.
Oh, okay. Do you want to ask your
With our host, Kay Adams. What questions do I ask?
I'm sorry, who am I sitting next to right now? Is this shy, doesn't love the cameras? What is happening right now?
I just created a TikTok account, so go check out my Vines.
Tua.
What's up?
Have you always been this way? We just didn't know it. What's going on? I feel like everyone is saying, even your coach, you're blossoming. What does that mean?
Well, I would say I've always been this way. A lot of the guys that I'm really close with know how I am. I wouldn't say too shy, but I wouldn't say life of the party. But I mean, this is my personality, and yeah, I guess that's it.
Congrats on the contract.
Thank you.
How do you feel?
Feel good. Feels good getting paid. And it feels good that that's over with and that we can move forward from that and focus on football.
What does it do to you? Does it impact you at all that you play freer? People are trying to connect that being done, which is great, and your elevation.
It is definitely life-changing for me and my family, definitely life-changing, but it also does take the stressors out of, do I go out there and in good faith we get something done, hoping I don't get hurt or whatever happens, or do I just wait it out for a practice or two and we get paid and we can go out there and just ball.
You know what you earned with all that money? Every rep in this ridiculous 170-degree practice today. Why are you taking every quarterback rep?
Well, I felt for myself I left the field practicing Thursday, right? So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, about 3 days of no football for me, for the ones, essentially. And so I thought it'd be a good opportunity to just get back out here, hear the plays again, go through the reps, take the physical reps, make sure the guys can hear the calls, make sure I can call them the same way, and get back into the rhythm before we end up joint practicing with Washington.
Yeah, I think it's all ahead of you. Holy moly. If you guys could just feel the energy that I'm feeling. What is it that I'm seeing out there and on clips online? A little bit of a mobile Tua. What's up with that? Do you like being out of the pocket?
Well, I would like to say as a quarterback, you want to be a passer before you become a runner. And so that's sort of the same philosophy that I have. But if I do need to run, that I can run, and I'm capable of doing that to help the team. I'm
just trying to think, with the speed on this offense, no DB can keep up with Tyreek and Waddle anyway. And then if you decide to just prance around and do a TikTok dance or something, or a Vine, if you will, I can't imagine the exhaustion of the DBs in the AFC East, Tua.
Well, like I said, I'm looking to throw the ball. I'm looking to be a thrower before I'm a runner. But if I need to help the team, I'm going to be running.
McDaniel. Oh, my gosh. Cardinal sin. I said McDaniels. Insane. Has your relationship evolved? Or is it the same thing from day one where he came out and he said, that's my guy, I love him? Has it changed at all?
It has changed in some sorts. But for the most part, that's how Mike has been throughout the entire process. And in relationships, you need to go through the ups and downs in order for that relationship to grow, in order for that relationship to get stronger. And I think we've gone through the ringer a little bit with it, and you just grow more fond of the people that you go through things with. And the more you go through those things and you come out better, that's sort of what it was with our relationship.
I feel like Coach trash talks a lot. Let's just get into it. Is he elite, all pro level, rookie level still? Where is he in his trash talk journey?
Yeah, he's all right. He's all right. Not too bad. I wouldn't say he's at the top of the top with his trash talking, but it's getting better. It's getting better, that's for sure.
What is the art of handling Tyreek Hill? Because I wish you and I would have had this conversation before he came on my set.
The art.
the art. What is the art of handling, enjoying, embracing? What is the key to Tyreek Hill as a quarterback?
I think the key, not just to Tyreek, but just to all of our guys, is you got to be real with them. You got to be able to love on them just as much as you want to scold them or you want to tell them what they're not doing right. And having those tough conversations, I think they really respect that, but doing it in a way that's respectable because of who they are. Like some of the guys on the team, like you got to pull them to the side and not do that in front of guys. Some guys, they're okay with you doing that in front of guys.
Who taught you this? Because I'm hearing you're more vocal. I'm hearing you're taking this step and you're like you're taking accountability or enforcing that on your players. When did that happen? Are you reading books? Are you talking to Manti? Are you like what does that look like?
I think it's just emotional intelligence, like being. I don't know. I've been around a lot of football, but a lot of different players. Being from Hawaii, coming out to Alabama, guys from different backgrounds and whatnot, and sort of seeing how guys react to coaches. Okay, I take that as that guy doesn't like this. Let me just note that. So if I talk to this guy, let me just, hey yo, like, you got a second? And you just pull him to the side and you talk to him like that. And then, like, it's all trial and error, in my opinion. You go and you tell someone they shouldn't be doing that in front of everyone. And if they bark back, they don't like it. Okay, I got you. Then you go, you pull them to the side. Yo, like, I didn't mean anything by that. It's just this is what, like, your position entails for you to do on this play. Like, I'm going to need you to do that.
Man, this whole day I've been here and I've been asking the PR people, how does this work? You have so many stars. How does it work? And I think you account more than I ever thought that I would give credit to.
You think so?
Yeah. I can just, your presence, your vibe, like, you are why this works, Tua.
Well, takes a team.
Yeah.
Takes a
Another
village.
perfect freaking answer out of you. I need to know the advantage of being a lefty quarterback. I saw Penix do his thing. You got a little competition coming in the left. I'm a lefty. You're a lefty. How would you describe your advantage?
I would say the advantage that I have is a lot of teams essentially don't have a left-handed quarterback. So as they're trying to simulate what we do on the fly, it just doesn't match up the same with the timing, obviously the speed that we have. And then when I drop back, just they're so used to righties having their backs this way.
Right.
Obviously, mine's is the other way. So if I'm having to throw the ball left side, I'm obviously more open that way. So if I'm looking this way and I have to snap back, it's a little easier for me to throw it that way. Could be a little confusing for guys that are on the backside of the spectrum, looking at that. If they've seen right-handed
it's a superpower, and it means you're the coolest person in the NFL because you're a left-handed quarterback. Basically, right? Yeah,
essentially,
so
yes. That's basically what it means.
Essentially what you just said. All these reps in practice, I talked to Coach, and I said, if I were you, I wouldn't play anybody in the preseason. Why? Oh, you want to play?
Wait, you said what?
I wouldn't play anybody.
Oh, you wouldn't play anybody?
No. Do you want to play?
Yeah. I think it's good just for I think it's good for all our guys to get some sort of reps. I can understand both sides, not wanting to get hurt, not wanting this or that. But then in game situations, whether it's pregame or whether it's a preseason game or not, they all play out the same. You got the fans. You got your routine of how you drive up, how you dress, how you go into the locker room, the music you listen to. And so you're kind of getting your frame of mind right going into that game, and then you have your first 15, you have your first 20 plays. You're going through it. You're walking through the sequences of, okay, if I get this, if I get that. It's just all of that. It's the mental gymnastics you go through all leading up to the game so that when you get into the game, it's like, I've had this rep many times.
Do you think you'll play against the Commanders?
I hope so. I mean, I was hoping to play last week, too.
I thought you ran the show here. I heard this was a player team. You were like, I asked Coach, what does he even do here? If he,
I mean,
do you get told? Do you just get like a letter at your locker saying you're playing the first drive? How does that go?
Well, we don't want to give away secrets, right?
No, I don't know. I don't know just the dynamic of it.
Well, the dynamic is Mike, the head coach. He's still the head coach, but as far as it being a player-led team, like we all discuss together,
That's
like
awesome.
what happens and what we all want to do and whatnot. But yeah, would love to play, but we're also trying to get our guys, you know, our 2s and 3s, guys some reps to get some film out there.
You
know,
wanted to play. You wanted to play last week.
Well, just a series or two, just get in, you know, see how it feels.
Yeah,
Get
I don't
a
know.
feel. Good feel.
People love snap counts and stuff. I don't know why, but people are obsessed with that.
Yeah, I mean,
don't either.
probably wouldn't have played a first quarter or a second quarter, but I would have played like a series or so.
Yeah. Last one for you.
Mm-hmm.
Which one do you not like the most out of all the things that people ask you about, get wrong? What would you like to eliminate?
Well, because I'm not on like Vine and TikTok too much, like I don't hear too much. So the bearer of bad news is Ann Nolan. So Ann Nolan tells me before I go up, hey, just letting you know, I hate to do this, but this person said this, that, or the other. So, like, if I were you, this is how I would respond. I'm like, okay, I got it. You're good. She's like, okay, you're good. So, I mean, I don't really hear too much, but I have the utmost confidence in myself and what I do, and
Let's go.
I mean I think that's all you need. And
Are you on? Do you think Vine exists? What is the Vine joke? I can't
Vine?
let you go. Yeah, what is Vine?
is Vine not TikTok or TikTok Vine?
I'd like you to meet your Super Bowl champion winning quarterback because he doesn't know what the F TikTok or Vine is.
But
Tua
guess what?
Tagovailoa.
I know YouTube Shorts. I'm on YouTube Shorts, baby.
The moment I've been waiting for. He likes to keep me waiting for 6 or 7 hours. It's the GOAT, number 8 out there. Aaron Rodgers, how are you?
Hi, Kay. Great to see you. Thanks for being here.
Hey, we had Red Zone Day out there.
Yeah.
Look at that
Yeah.
face. Can we get a close-up of that face? No. I show up. I'm looking for drama. I'm looking for, like, I have to be the Dr. Phil to you and Garrett Wilson and all this, like, using the headlines are saying words like fuming Aaron Rodgers. You're out there with like whoopee cushions and like rubber chickens doing like pranks and doing the Ric Flair walk. What gives?
You saw the Ric Flair walk? Yes. Nobody even knows what that is. It's a lot of bullshit. You know that. Come on. Like, there's always stories to be made up. Listen, I also, you know, and I talked to G about this. There's appearance and there's the reality. What it appears to be can be taken, you can run with it. The reality was, you can't really tell because I watched the video. Like the second conversation, we're kind of laughing at each other. I'm teasing him. You know, he's like, you know, kind of like the little brother's getting teased, and then he kind of snaps back, and then I tease him back. So it's a whole lot of nothing in the end. There are good conversations that we have when the fans or the media is not zooming in on us, but you know, he's a passionate guy. I'm a passionate guy, but a lot of that stuff is literally not what the reality is. Actually, the appearance doesn't even really match what was said out there, I think, to a lot of extent, because if you look at our faces, you can kind of see in the second video, I'm laughing at him.
I said this to Garrett, to G as you call him. I said, I feel like you guys are feeding into it. I feel like you guys know that the media is watching
That's
and
not
you're just
on
having
purpose.
fun.
I'm not.
Oh, okay.
He's
All right.
kind of a hothead sometimes. I gotta cool him down.
Tyler Conklin calls you the Oppenheimer
I heard that.
of football. I have to ask you, since you have so many opinions on so many historical things, is that a good thing?
No, I told him I don't think it was a good thing. Because in one of the famous Oppenheimer quotes is something about "I'm now the destroyer of worlds."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
When I think Aaron Rodgers, I think I am now the destroyer of worlds.
Yeah, that's terrible.
You don't
It's
like
terrible.
it. I heard you said that you have 2 good years left. Why put a number out there? Why put that out there?
I don't think that's what I said.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We're lying. It's a conspiracy theory.
I might have said a couple, but
AI?
a couple seems to be 2 or 3.
Yeah.
A few is like 3 or 4. Many is 4 plus.
What's your day like? You leave here. What are the
I don't leave here
Aaron
till
Rodgers-y
late.
things that you do?
Okay, you're asking good questions.
Yeah, I want to know all of the Aaron Rodgers-y holistic
I
woo-woo.
got a whole. Wake up early.
What time?
With a 6 on the clock. That's early.
Okay.
Okay, we start at 8, so wake up with at least a 6 on the clock, and I make my little coffee drink. I set out my waters for the day. Shout out Mountain Valley. Are they a sponsor of the
I don't
Up and
know.
Adams?
Yes, they
They
are.
should be.
They
They should
certainly
be.
are.
Can we get a couple cases a month sent to?
God, what is it
sent
like to
Kay?
be
What's your
Aaron
address?
Rodgers? Unbelievable.
what's your address?
I'm not telling you. Can you please stay on track?
Okay,
I want to
so
know your
yeah,
thing.
so I
What's
got-
your coffee drink? You have to be specific here. The world wants to know.
No, there's a lot of different. There's some mushroom
I knew-
powder
I was
in
waiting
there.
for that.
You know,
Over under on him saying mushroom is 6.
not psilocybin mushroom.
I don't
though,
know.
Okay. There's
'Kay.
2 different types.
Okay.
There's the blast off, and then there's the healthy ones. The other ones are healthy too, mentally. Then I get all my stuff, get my water set, and then have a little breakfast and go through the entire day. Then I come back, have my dinner, and then I might get 1 or 2 episodes of Lost in. I'm going back and watching Lost.
Oh my
right
God!
now.
Speaking my language, where
Which
are
is
you
a
in it? Not Penny's Boat,
Season
or we?
3. We're almost.
Okay, I
Season
mean
3.
Sawyer,
And I
Dharma
just,
Initiative.
Yeah, we're all there. We're there.
Aaron, all you have to do is say that you go home and take the other kind of mushrooms and go to sleep, because that's what that must be like.
don't
You sitting
sleep,
there
you
looking
don't
at.
sleep when you're on the other type of mushrooms. I think,
Okay, I mean, clearly you're being very open. Do you want to talk about Egypt?
yeah, sure.
What were you doing there?
I was seeing a lot of the temples, obviously pyramids, Sphinx. That was like at the end of the trip, the first part of the trip. There's temples all over that country, so we were on like a houseboat kind of thing on the Nile. So
Just
we
like
went-
Moses wanted it.
Yeah, went down to Aswan and everywhere in between, and flew up to Cairo and did the pyramids and the Sphinx and did camel out in the desert, and it was a great trip.
A great,
Hot though, very hot.
great, hotter than this.
Oh yeah.
Did you throw any routes out there? Did you warm up the arm? No.
No, I didn't. I didn't find a lot of footballs out there in Egypt.
Did you take a selfie with the Sphinx?
Well, I got a picture, not a selfie.
Got it.
You
Got it.
haven't- I should post that probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You definitely should. There's a big conspiracy,
Coming soon.
since you know that the Sphinx, the head of the Sphinx is so small that it actually used to be a lion's head. It's like all over social media. Where do you come out on that?
The age of it as well. The weathering that's
Okay.
on it. I happen to fall.
Constellations, Leo.
Yeah,
go.
I'm in the Graham Hancock side of that debate for sure.
What does
And
that mean?
Well, he believes that the age of the Sphinx is much older than they tell us. So I'm definitely in the Mr. West and Graham Hancock theories about that. Also, when you go over there, it gives you some interesting opinions about how those things were actually made, where the rocks came from, the size of the rocks, the cuts in the rocks. Something you should go see in person
Okay, so you did
during
that.
minicamp.
Yes.
Sorry, OTAs.
Now you're back. Do you know when your week 1 game is? Let's just be clear, so you have it on your calendar, so you don't plan a trip to the
Yeah.
to Machu Picchu that
That's
weekend.
a good one. That'd be fun. Have you been there?
Yeah,
Oh, it's
I hiked it. It's
beautiful.
gorgeous, and I know you did.
Beautiful.
Okay, talk. Week 1.
Yeah.
I had Chavarius Ward. I had
Nice.
Diamador Lenore. Both come on my show, and they really
Good
want.
job with those names. That was 2 tough names.
Thank
Guys that might have been
you.
on the Key and Peele old skit.
It's
actually.
the Niners. You've got
Yes.
history. The Niners matter to you. You grew up liking the Niners. What is
Yeah,
that?
that was a long time ago, though, Kay. That was like 19 years ago.
I want to know what you think of that matchup and them saying they're going to catch one off of you, old timer.
A lot of people have said that over the years, but not many have actually done that.
Okay.
But no, those guys are both really good players. I think it's a good test for us to see a Super Bowl finalist. What do you call them? What's the nice way of saying they lost the Super Bowl?
I don't
Finalist?
know. I don't know. I guess we'd have to ask.
They were in the
I don't
Super
know.
Bowl.
Finalists.
They're in the
sure.
Super Bowl. To see them at full strength, they're obviously have a ton of all pros and Pro Bowlers on the team, very well coached. So it'd be a real good matchup for us. Monday night again on grass. It'll be fun.
You're walking back this Devontae Adams stuff that I started drumming up. Are you trying to make me
it's
look
just
stupid?
silly. No, it's just a silly,
What's silly?
question.
What do you mean? There's no
Of course,
chance?
I love Devontae. I'd love to play with Devontae again. It might be in the in the 2028 Olympics if they let some of the old guys go out and play. But we'll see. I mean, I want him to have great success, and I love him. We keep in contact. Mostly we talk about golf because he's a fanatic about golf. I think the only person who's as passionate about golf as he is Sauce. And Sauce has a great swing. I'd love to see Sauce in Tahoe in a couple of years if he ever felt comfortable enough. Devontae actually had a nice year in Tahoe, but listen, Devontae's over there. If things in some alternate universe came to fruition, whatever. I love Devontae, and any chance to play with him, if we're playing ping pong, golf, if I'm, smoking them at Boo Ray or some other game, just love spending time with Tay.
Garrett is watching his tape a lot. You're lining him up in the slot a lot. Hackett had a lot of success with Devontae in the slot with you. What are the expectations for this young Garrett Wilson, who I think you want to get the best out of? And he had 2 straight 1,000-yard seasons without you, pretty much.
Oh, pretty much, yeah. I didn't throw him a pass. Probably should have. Thanks for bringing that up.
You're welcome.
No,
Always.
I love G. I just want him to be on the details. I think if he can figure out the little details in the offense that really matter the most, then I think he can have as good a season as he wants. He has all the other talents and skills and ability and instincts and feel. It's just this offense is about spacing and timing and being at the right spot on time, being open on time, in rhythm. And if we can get that part down, then all the other stuff he brings to the offense is just icing on the cake.
Love that. I have a couple rapid fires for you,
Please,
okay?
Yeah.
Can Up and Adam show in Green Bay stay at your house?
Yes.
It's okay, great. Are you waiting to sell your house in Green Bay to buy your house in Cairo?
Yes.
Anything else you want to talk about? They're pulling the
They're pulling
the old
in your
thing.
ear, yeah.
No, I don't have an earpiece.
Yeah.
I'm a rebel. Type A.
Let's talk about you.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go on.
In your stress level,
Oh,
would
God.
you say it originates from a specific spot, like your assistant, or the person does your hair, or the person does your toes,
Like they
or
don't get foot
your
Twitter on me.
stylist? Who gives you the most stress?
Who
in your
gives me
life?
the most?
Yeah.
This guy, Matthew Hamilton, right here.
Okay.
This gentleman, yeah.
So you got to get him out.
Oh, we have to cut people out.
Oh, that's the guy you want to fire.
Is that yeah?
That's-
That's what I was telling you about, Aaron. Is that's the key? Close the circle.
No, I want. No,
Go ahead, more about me.
Here's a real question.
I'm
What
very uncomfortable.
What habits have you changed in the last couple of years of your life that makes you more happy?
I go to Pilates every
You
morning.
stop working for the man, for one. Cheers.
When I'm doing my own thing, which
Pilates,
is amazing. It is.
With
Want to know
the
why?
reformer or not the reformer?
Reformer.
Okay. All right.
But want to know why? Because if I only like that because if I think about anything else, I'll fall off. So it's meditative to me. Like
Yeah,
legit.
so you're present.
I'm just present. And
But you're not meditating yet. You're not doing any mind
I
enhancing.
feel like my hour-long show is that. Does that sound crazy? Like
Yep.
when you're in a game, aren't you so present that it's so great you're not thinking about anything else? That's what being live on air for an hour is. If you were me in this job, what question would you ask you?
You asked all the good ones.
No, I didn't.
don't need any
I
help.
didn't do a very good job today. I'm not happy with myself. Okay, I guess we'll be back right here. I'm Joe. The man.
Mountain Valley.
Here with quarterback of the Cincinnati Bengals, Joe Burrow. I've been waiting a long time to meet you. Can you confirm that you're not an AI version of yourself?
I can.
You can.
Yeah.
It's you.
It
It's
is
really
me.
you, the emergency punter
Something like that.
of the Bengals. Okay, we're going to have a lot of fun. I'm not going to ask you any tough questions. Let's start with the mini fridge.
Okay.
Renovations, locker room, take me into the fridge. What's in it?
Protein shakes, snacks,
What kind of snacks?
oatmeal balls.
Homemade?
Mhm.
What, that you made?
No,
Yeah,
chef.
Got it. Oatmeal
Yeah.
balls. I love that. Do you think that some of the contract stuff with Jamar is about like it's getting held up with the mini fridge thing? Because he doesn't seem very happy that he doesn't have one.
Might as well throw one in there. It couldn't hurt.
Couldn't we have your chef whip up some oatmeal balls for him and
can
make
do
it
that.
happen?
Yeah.
Okay, you're out there today. I thought you had an incredible practice. You said it was just okay. What do you mean?
I mean, there's always room to grow and improve. There's, a couple days ago was better. I mean, there's always room to improve. So, unless it's perfect, it's not great, I would say.
Is there something specific you're thinking of as far as improvement? Because I was watching gorgeous touchdown to Trent Irwin. Your accuracy, your deep ball, the chemistry, timing looked great.
Yeah, I mean, we scored on 2 of 4 drives. Obviously, you'd rather score on 4 of 4. Didn't quite spin it on all the throws the way that I wanted to. Our operation pre-snap was pretty good. Could have been better. It was a good day at work.
A good day at work. Now it's over. And now what does Joe Burrow do?
Shower, cold tubs, eat dinner, and go to meetings. That's what camp's all about.
And that's what it's about. And then there's the preseason. I talked to your coach. He says he has every intention that you will play. How do you feel about that?
I'm excited about that. That's something I haven't really got to do yet. And I think that'll be good for us to get those reps, those game reps, for me to maybe not get hit again before live action. So I think that'll kind of help with our early season struggles last couple of years.
If you had it your way, you get to pick, what does your preseason action look like?
Hopefully one drive, score a touchdown, and get out of there.
Okay, I love that. And you got Tampa coming up, which is amazing. Jamar, we talked about a little bit jokingly, but he's got this thing going on where he's in the building. I saw him, he's smiling, he worked out, he's happy, and that'll get done. It's sort of crazy that that's not a story to worry about. Like, people from the outside would love to poke holes in this situation, but it doesn't exist because of the chemistry that you guys have worked so hard to build. Is there another level to you two that we haven't seen yet? Like, I was thinking, what does it matter if he's not out there for any of the preseason into week one? Sure, new OC, Gasecki, new pieces, but you guys are so locked in and in lockstep. Is there a level I have not seen you and Chase get to?
Yeah, I would say so. I would also say him not being out there right now is great for our younger guys to, we know what Jamar's going to do on the field when he comes back, the chemistry that we have, but a lot of the guys that we're getting reps with right now, we don't have those reps invested like me and Jamar do. So it's nice to build that chemistry, create that dialogue with those guys, and for those guys to continue to grow and improve, and it's been fun to watch.
I don't want to single anybody out, but let's give some love to somebody who you're really watching crush it right now.
I thought Andre has had a great camp. Chuck has had a great couple weeks. It's been really exciting to see those two guys in year two grow and improve the way that they have. They're going to have big years for us. Trent Irwin's always Mr. Reliable. He's had a great camp. Shed Jackson, he's really coming along. So a lot of our young guys are really taking the next step in their development, and that's always fun to be a part of.
I've been such a fan of you for such a long time. It's truly incredible to finally be sitting here with you, seriously. And it's sort of, I don't know how to explain it, it broke my heart a little bit when I heard you on Part of My Take say, people forget about you when you're injured. It's obviously super true, but I didn't forget. You led the league in completion percentage, yards per attempt. You went to back-to-back AFC championship games. A lot of people didn't forget, but I was so curious listening to that and kind of the way you said it. How has the injury, the time away, how has it impacted you?
When you're coming back from injury, it's obviously, you build your life around football and being out there and playing well and winning games. And you work so hard for it, and then it's taken away from you, and you can't do that. And so you kind of go through a dark time there for a little bit, especially when you have to watch your guys go out there and play without you. But it really gave me the opportunity to, like it always does, this is what, if you get hurt during the season, you just start your off season a little faster. And this wasn't like my knee. I wasn't incapacitated for 6 to 8 weeks. I was able to get back working out pretty quickly, and so I think I really have a leg up on everybody this year. I had 10 to 12 extra weeks of off season, which I think has really paid off body-wise. And, it was a tough time mentally, but those kind of things you go through.
It seems like it's motivating every second of your life right now to not be forgotten. Is that true?
I would say that kind of motivation can only get you so far. I think I've proven enough in this league, whether people choose to believe that or not. I'm comfortable with the things that I've done so far, and so I'm not really externally motivated at this point. I'm more intrinsically motivated, and I think that's kind of what you have to morph into as you start to get older and become more of a veteran in this league. That's the external, I'm going to show that guy motivation that gets you so far. That maybe got me to my second year, and then after that you kind of start to grow and evolve.
So it comes from within.
Yeah.
I love that. I caught up with T too. He was in the hallway, and I was just like, man, they're so happy. There's such buy-in. We don't. It's a business. The future. I know you guys don't talk about it. I was talking to your coach earlier about who should get credit for the fact that there is this buy-in. There isn't this I want targets. I want my deal. I'm the holding out. All of this. Everybody's bought in. Who should get credit for that?
I think it's a collaborative effort, but Zach kind of spearheads it. He makes the culture. Starting with him, he's so easy to and makes us feel comfortable to go up and talk to him about, hey, we think we can do this better, we can do this better, schedule, week to week plays, and he's going to listen, and maybe we try it out, maybe we don't, but if we don't, he's going to give you a reason why he doesn't think that's the best way to go about things, but his door's open for us, and that kind of just works its way down from there.
I love that because he sat here and for 20 minutes took no credit for anything. He basically credited like Bengal Jim for your Super Bowl run. Like he took no credit, and I was like, you are the man. So let's say you go to the Super Bowl, you go to the Super Bowl and win it, and you're at the podium. Like, what is the one thing you're thanking Zach Taylor for?
I mean, I couldn't have asked for a better coach to come into this league. He really empowers the quarterback to go out and make the offense his own. I felt comfortable doing that from day one. And he's never going to yell at you for making a check. He's going to ask you why and then explain maybe this would be better, and then you grow and you learn from there. But you're not scared to go out and make mistakes. And, when you're a young quarterback, that's the biggest thing, I think, to grow and learn from each rep.
He's competitive as hell, too, and a quarterback.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so several people actually said, oh, you've never met Joe Burrow? And I'm like, no, I'm so excited to meet him. And they're like, oh, but you never met the old Joe Burrow. What do you make of that?
I don't know. What does that mean?
I'm asking, is there another, even Orlando Brown sat here and said he's opening up more. Obviously, people will look at your hair or like whatever, you being a little more in front of the camera, wanting to build your brand a little. How would you describe the change?
I don't know. I just I've never taken life too seriously. I think you just do things that make you happy and not really care what anybody thinks. I just am living life, working hard. I love football, so I'm going to work really hard at that, but I love my friends. I'm going to spend time with them, and when you have 12 longer weeks of off season, you have to go find some more things to do as one does in the off season. So I think a lot of people saw that. But yeah, you're growing and learning and evolving, as a player, but as a person, you're here too. And so that's the process that I'm on right now.
So are you evolving? How would you describe it? Growing, or are you the same Joe Burrow?
I mean, you're different every year. I think everybody realizes that. And if you're not, then what are you doing, really? I mean, I think you're the same person at your core, but
you're exploring.
Yeah, you're exploring, you're learning, you're growing, and changing.
I think it's awesome. I like that you don't wear shoes.
Yeah, I mean, I usually wear. I definitely wear shoes.
Don't you wear one? Are you still doing the inside out thing at least, since you've changed the hair?
Yeah, I'm still doing the inside out thing.
Oh, yeah, there is one inside out. That's so weird. I love it. You're like a tall tale to me. Okay, week 2, let's talk about it. Mahomes, coach sat here and said that his approach to calling plays changes when Mahomes is on the other side of the field. You somehow sold your soul to someone that you were the one person that can beat Mahomes 3-1. How does he change how you approach your game in those moments? You got him early this year.
Yeah, I think you got to go out and not be scared to make mistakes. You got to go out and make plays because he's going to go out and make plays, and that brings out the best in me. It's always an exciting challenge when we go against each other. It's an opportunity every time you go against him too, because all the eyes are going to be on it. It's always exciting. We've played each other so many times now. You get to know the guys on defense. I don't know as many of the guys on offense because we're not going against each other. But guys like Chris. I know Trav because he's an Ohio guy. Clyde is over there, so. I know a lot of people. We've gone against each other so many times, and when you know each other in and out like that, it always makes for a tough game, that's for sure.
Who do you think knows each other in and out better, you and Jamar Chase, or Travis and Patrick? Like, who has better lockstep in game, chemistry?
How do you want me to answer that?
I don't know.
You think I'm going to say them?
I don't know. Is it you? But I mean,
of course I'm going to say us, but they're going to say them. That's how football players are.
Week 3, you have Jaden. Where does your head go when I say you get to take on an LSU QB?
I don't really think about it like that. My job is to go out and play the defense and adapt to how the game is going, decide what kind of quarterback is going to be needed for that day to go and win the game. For the most part, I don't really think about it like quarterback versus quarterback. I know we just talked about the Chiefs, but you don't really think about it that way, I would say.
What's your storyline? Last question for you. Like your storyline for the year. Like a lot of it is who can take out Patrick Mahomes, who can stop them from three-peating. What is the Joe Burrow storyline?
Just focused on getting better every day at this point. That's what camp is about. And I think if you do that throughout the season, then you're at your best in week 15, 16, 17 into the playoffs. And so that's really what I think about day to day is just how can I get better today.
It'd be pretty nice to have a nice Super Bowl moment in
Of
New
course,
Orleans,
yeah,
right?
Of course.
New Orleans, come on. How often do you think about that?
I've definitely thought about it.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Okay, well, now let's manifest it and do the work. And somehow you think you can improve on what I thought was like a perfect camp today. But what do I know? I appreciate the time, Joe. Nice to meet you.
Of course, you too.
All right, we will be back after this. I don't even know what's going on because my head is spinning. Goodbye. Well, if it isn't Mr. Hard Launch. How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
Great, Josh. No, let's get to some serious questions here. Pizza muffins.
Mm-hmm.
How are they affecting your game? Because I'm hearing you're having the best camp of your career, and Connor McGovern's just baking those things away?
Yeah, I would absolutely credit all my success to those pizza muffins and Connor. So as long as he keeps making them, I'm going to keep eating them. So we're going to be just fine.
Khalil Shakir is like the only Bills wide receiver that you're starting this camp with, that you have much chemistry with. Out of Dalton Kincaid, who will talk to you today. How important, like in your list of priorities, executing and focusing on you, leadership, all of that, is the chemistry building with this group?
I mean, I think it's very high, but I think we're in a very good spot already. I think that, the guys that were here and we showed up for OTAs, got to spend a lot of time together. We worked out during the off-season part, the last, 2 months, if you will. So we got together. It's not so much about, the on-field stuff. It's about the off-the-field stuff. Can I trust you? Can I get to know who you are? Or how do you tick? So I know how to talk to you as a leader, how to get the best out of you. So it's been very good. These guys have been working their tails off. Everybody in that receiver room is competing as hard as they can right now, so it's a good group.
Best non-football story from Nashville?
We went to this kind of speakeasy lounge type deal, and we needed collared shirts, but we didn't have any.
Oh, I know that
So
place.
we walked
Peterson
in.
House or Patterson House, something like that? No? All right.
I don't know if I can say the
got
name.
It. Sorry.
It's secret. It's top
Okay,
secret.
got it.
But we walked in, and they had like a coat closet from people that left coats. So we all put on these random coats. My coat was to my, not even halfway down my arm. So I got the baby coat, but just had a good time in there, and again, got to tell stories and jokes and get to know each other on a deeper level.
Photos where it didn't happen, Josh. We need to see those photos.
Well, I got them, but I'm not showing them.
Your last year, one of the best stretches of your career. Crazy, 25 touchdowns over the last 9 games, better than anybody. You bested everybody in that. Are we giving Joe Brady too much credit for that?
No, absolutely not. No, he came in. What I love about Joe is he really wants to call plays that we want to run.
Mm-hmm.
He comes in to our meetings before, the day before the game, and he goes, I'm leaving. You guys figure out the first 3 runs that you guys want as an offensive line. Khalil Shakir, I want your favorite pass to get you going. Josh Allen, I want a quick game. I want a deep answer, and I want – so he goes in and he gives us the opportunity to call what we want to call because, his thinking is if you guys want it, you'll make it work. So he puts all the trust in us, and we try to reciprocate that back to him and give him everything that we got.
Every quarterback, top to bottom, for all time, every year working on their decision-making. How does Joe Brady impact your decision-making?
Well, I think conceptually, making sure that, if 1 and 2 is not there, where's our third? Is it coming to the 2, 1, and 2 where it's at? Understanding where our outlets are, and if it's not there, use the legs and get out. And, we're trying to make scramble drill one of our best plays because we scramble a lot, and we're pretty dang good at it. Our offensive line over the last few years giving up the least amount of sacks, and, that's contributed to a lot of different factors. But the main thing is we get out of the pocket quite a bit, and we got to be able to hit some of these ones that are deep and find ways to hit the ones that are easy too.
You got Joe. He spent a lot of time with another Joe Burrow. A lot of battles between you two. How often does Burrow's name come up?
Often. We talk about, how he was in LSU, the concepts that he liked. He had a dang good receiving core too at LSU that year. So Joe gets to bring up some old clips and just like, hey, watch this route or watch this throw. So it's pretty fun to watch.
And he's trying to keep that receiving core together while you have all these new guys. Who do you like? You're saying the 1, 2. Who's the third option? Who are you liking so far?
Well, I mean, I don't know if we really have a 1 or 2. I think we got a group of guys that are just finding ways to get open, and they're doing their job. They understand their roles within each concept. Curtis Samuel's a guy that sticks out to me using his speed. He's kind of a gadget guy. You can place him in the backfield. I'm sure you saw some of that today.
Mm-hmm.
He scored a touchdown running the ball. So Matt Collins bringing the juice, drafting a guy like Keon, guys that can go up and get the ball. MVS, a guy like Terrell Shavers, who's been in the system for a year now. He was on the P squad last year. He's come to play. But a lot of guys are making plays all over the field right now, and they're working really hard.
The stretch I'm talking about last year, you were doing your thing through the air with those 25 touchdowns, but you were running a lot. You ran more yards than Saquon Barkley in that time span. Do you want to keep running like that this year?
I'll do whatever is asked of me.
Do you enjoy it?
I don't like running. I don't like running in the off season. I don't like running sprints. I don't like any of that stuff. The only time I like running is when there's guys chasing me, so trying to get out of that and let these other faster guys and quicker guys and guys that can take some more hits. I mean, I could take a hit or two, but don't want to be in the business of that. So find ways to get it to my backs and my receivers and tight ends.
Can you slide, please?
I'm getting there.
Where's our slide game?
Okay, well, everyone wants to talk about the sliding, right?
Oh, really?
And
I
then
didn't know that.
Fast forward or rewind to that Pittsburgh game where I didn't slide, right? Where there's been times throughout the season where, I come back in the locker room like, man, if I made this guy miss, I'm scoring. And everybody in the quarterback room's looking at me funny, like, there's no shot. And then I do it, and they're like, you know what, maybe you're right. So I guess I got to use my discretion when my gut tells me to slide, I'll slide.
That's fair. Man, I was going to make like a whole slip and slide at camp joke for you, and I'm not going to make it.
Who was doing that? Somebody was doing that.
Really? Oh, no. Shout them out. Who was doing that?
Was it Chicago?
Were they?
I think Chicago.
I don't know.
Brought a slip and slide.
We're going to Chicago. But we're here now in Buffalo talking to you. Last night, hot off the presses, number 12 on NFL's Top 100. Bills Mafia, super pissed. Are you?
I don't care.
Wow, that was like an eye roll. That was like a... But it's... No?
I've
nothing.
been in this league now. This is going into my 7th year. Listen, if it's not one, it doesn't matter. And the only way you really get to one if you win the Super Bowl. So any of that, it's all minutia.
This is your 7th year?
Going into year 7, yeah.
Wow, unbelievable. I'm looking at people also getting bothered about, watching guys get big deals. Tua, Trevor Lawrence got paid. Jordan, you are now the 13th highest paid quarterback.
Yeah, we love it. We love it. We love it for those guys. Again, I think Tua said this not too long ago. The market is the market, and it doesn't matter. I mean, the APY and the this and that and the cash flow. And there's so many different ways that you can look at a contract.
Yeah.
Some may look really good on paper. Some may actually not be that great when you actually get into the details. But I'm all for guys getting paid. This is a league where it's the NFL not for long. Everybody's been saying that since I was a rookie. You gotta appreciate your time in this league and understand when to strike. And for quarterbacks, when your time's up, it's your time to get a deal. So I'm just happy that guys are getting paid because again, that's generational wealth for them and their families. And we all play the same game, and we're kind of a fraternity here in the NFL. So I'm very happy for all those guys.
Sure, but you can say that. I mean, 13 highest paid quarterback. Renegotiation in the works?
Hey, that time will come when it comes.
All right.
Just gotta win football games.
Tell me more about this chemistry with this receiving core. Outside of maybe to give me a little size up of Keon Coleman. Did he make it out to Paris? I saw some Paris pictures. Were there some of you guys running routes outside the Louvre?
No, he was not in Paris with me. That was a different trip. That was a lot of fun though. But yeah, this core that we got. I mean, I'm telling you, I think Matt Collins is kind of the head of that group right now in terms of the energy and the juice that he's bringing each and every day to practice, to meetings. He's getting in guys' faces on the defense as well, and it's infectious. And I think people are taking note of that and kind of following that lead because we're going to need that going forward. Everybody's got to have this mindset of I got to do my job in order to eat. I got to help my buddies eat so I can eat. So that's what we're trying to do right now.
I'm talking to Deion Dawkins after this. Are we expecting? Somebody said he's the leader on this team. I go, is that a scary thought? Is that fun? Is that fine? What do you make of that?
What do you mean?
Is Deion Dawkins going to take on more of a leadership role?
Absolutely. And I think he's been doing that. I think, he's been more talkative in meetings. He's been more talkative in the walkthroughs. He's letting everybody know, his goals and aspirations for the year. He wants to be all-pro Schno is what we're going to call him. So he's putting his head down right now. He's working extremely hard. I love that guy to death. He's been blocking my blind side since I've been here and hopefully for many more years to come. And, I do a lot of things for Deion Dawkins. I'll tell you that right now.
Does this camp feel any different than any of the other 6?
You know what? I'd like to think that it does. Just the way that we're meshing as an offense right now. Typically you come out, the first couple days are defense predicated, especially with the defensive head coach, Levy Coach McDermott. But we came out, we were ready to go. Guys studied, guys worked extremely hard in this offseason. Guys showed up to OTAs. Guys want to be here, and I think that that feeling that we have right now, it's very refreshing. Guys are gelling very well right now. You walk into the dorm rooms, and guys are playing cards at night. They're playing against each other in EA college football.
What's this Catan business?
Oh, the Catan business. Yeah, that's something that we got going on every night. I'm the leader in the clubhouse right now. Dalton is making a steady case for the number 2 right now. Spence and Dawson are fighting for that 3rd spot right now. And Dawson's going to come on. He's going to say that everyone's conspiring against him, but none of that. I don't want to hear it.
Okay, it sounds like the chemistry is at an all-time high here at Bills camp. I'm so happy for you. Somebody asked me yesterday, I was at Jets camp with Mr. Aaron Rodgers, and somebody asked me, what's the story of the NFL for you this year? And I said, it's got to be just who can take it from Aaron. Who can take it? Not from Aaron. Who can take it from Patrick? How can we keep the Chiefs from winning it again? Is that the story? Like, is that how you feel? It's like everybody versus the Chiefs?
I mean, back-to-back champs. I mean, that's what every team aspires to be. And to be the best, you got to beat the best, and you got to beat them when it counts. And we had our opportunities last year and didn't get it done. So everything that we're doing from here on forward is finding a way, 1, to get in the playoffs, and 2, to find a way to beat them, because they've shown that they're the ones to beat right now. So, everything that we're doing is for that.
Are you an underdog this season?
I mean, if you're asking from like the media perspective, sure.
From yours.
From this inside this group, no, it's business as usual.
Yeah.
We're working hard. Coach McDermott always has great messaging for us that we try to follow here in the Buffalo Bills organization. It starts from the top. I think that the players that Bean has brought in have been such a great culture fit for us and what we got going on here, and it's a very family type of atmosphere in this locker room right now, and it's a lot of love.
Last one. Rodgers told me that he was binge watching Lost at night. Not really watching the Olympics. He's binge watching Lost from front to end, beginning to finish. What are you watching? Anything?
House of the Dragon has been one of the things that I've been watching.
Okay.
I've been just trying to watch a few movies. I saw the new Deadpool yesterday, which was freaking fantastic.
You're
I
just
loved
leading
it.
me to water with that universe. Go on. This is deja vu.
I guess so, huh?
Why do you fall into that every time?
I watched Rock and Rolla, which is a Guy Ritchie movie, and I love Guy Ritchie. He's my favorite director. All of his movies really are fantastic. This one you can't stream it anywhere.
Okay.
So I told one of my strength coaches, Jason Osbart, he ordered it on Amazon,
Cool.
like the actual disc, and I watched it the other day, and it was fantastic. So Rock and Rolla, if anybody, it's Gerard Butler, Idris Elba, Tom Hardy. It's a great cast.
I thought you were going to say you're binge watching one of the 3 seasons of Dickinson over and over. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good
Have
one
you
to
seen
watch
that
too.
one?
I've seen a few episodes, but
Okay.
yeah, it's
Maybe
a
you
good
should
one.
put that on the list. Look
That's
at that
on the list.
smile.
Yeah,
I don't have
I
to
know.
ask shit. Just look at that face. That's
love
one.
love.
That's one happy. What did you say?
So we love love.
Oh my God. Goodbye. They're going to win the Super Bowl. See you later.